With the empty shop shelves and petrol station queues lately, you could have been forgiven for thinking the world's felt a bit pre-apocalyptic. What's that? Apocalypse, you say? Man, it's been ages since we faced a zombie horde. Let's get the old gang back together and reminisce about the things we co-op players always end up doing when the zombs appear. One can only imagine the frustration of Bill, Francis, Lewis, Zoe, Coach, Ellis, Nick and Rochelle. Having finally traversed that bridge, fled the tanks and escaped in a helicopter, they don't find themselves on a quiet, idyllic, sun-drenched island. They've landed instead in the Dead War. And we've responded with typical empathy and compassion. There will be no rest, recuperation or trauma counselling for these heroes as we gleefully put the crew back in harm's way with renewed technical vigour. That got us thinking about the things we always seem to do as co-op players in these scrapes. So hit up those like and subscribe buttons like they're medical supplies and vital ammo, and join us for the 7 behavioural psychology horsemen of every single zombie apocalypse. Last week, there were numerous competing elements in the schedule. Forget the obvious ones like work and completing a proper, healthy grocery shop. What about the new fitness regime? And remember, you needed to change that energy supplier and organise your MOT. Not this week. The world is in the grips of mindless, hungry violence. Society has crumbled. There's only one choice that matters now. Live or die. Right? Luckily, we're an experienced team. See her? Yes, it's Zoe, but it's also my friend Soph, who knows the geography here like it's the street she grew up on. And him? Yes, Boris, but being manned by Gareth, who can spot and eliminate dangerous undead before they're in the same postcode. We know what that switch is going to do, and we know how to prepare. Honestly, we're so good by now that we don't even have to tell each other the plan. Blimey though, this is tougher than usual. I don't even think we're going to make this one. What the hell happened? Upon closer examination, all becomes clear. Gareth, mate, I can't help but notice you haven't discharged a single round there.
Yeah, I was trying a melee round.
Oh, cool. Cool. It's quiet, but we know they're here. One misstep and the Horde will be on us. Don't get too close to that... Screamer. Here they come. We're all one of 2 players at this point. In my case, player 1. The wave of zombies breaks upon a machine of pure light wounding. I'm popping knees left, right and centre. Maybe the odd shoulder shot too. What was that behind me? Damn. I jump, the controls begin to flail as I turn around, a couple of shots discharged into the empty night sky before that awful click. Gosh, is that a whole magazine already? I start shoving and meleeing, but my health is taking a hit. I'm down to 50%. Perhaps you are player 2. Seeing my struggle, you gain an advantageous position, calmly take the heads of the zombies behind me, throw a bait grenade to disperse the rest, and hop down to heal me before I've even centered my crosshairs. I realise that I'm the Columbus to your Tallahassee, the David to your Sean, the recent Romero to your earlier Romero. What's the plan, player 2? Tell me what you need. Just don't leave me behind.
See that? Impressed?
Play with the same tightly knit core of survivors for long enough, and before too long, every time one of you is downed, it's like an episode of Dr. Phil. Initial misgivings about the decision-making skills of those still up and about quickly give way to darker suspicions. Grim Reaper 420 never comes back to give the others a res if they're near a safe house. When 2 of you are down, why does Cool Dude 69 always go for the other player first? Is he really still holding a grudge over the Molotov that you picked up from under his nose 3 hours ago? This brooding atmosphere of resurrection resentment or Resurr-entment can make picking who to res a political minefield. It's not an exaggeration to say that lives have been lost out of sheer social awkwardness while we step from side to side wringing our hands over which of our bellowing friends to get to first. Still, all's forgotten in the safe room. Right guys? Guys?
I can forever, you know?
Gosh, it's messy and stressful in the apocalypse. Have you ever done a playthrough with someone so into the slaughter that despite their protestations, you just need a minute before you explode another head? Go and pour yourself a chamomile tea and sit in a softly lit room with some cheerful background noise. Maybe watch some bloopers from your favourite TV show. It's okay. It wasn't real. As your heart rate relaxes from the mid-hundreds down to a sedate 65 BPM, know that this is normal for some. I'm no doctor of psychology, but we all have different, what is referred to as, personalities. Forget detailed, sustained self-reflection or internet tests to find out which Lord of the Rings character you resemble. Immersing yourself into a gory, horrifying apocalypse is the only way to find out who you and your friends really are. And when your partner asks if you want to invite your zombie game friend over to the next dinner party, remember their manic laughter, the creativity of their cruelty, and their lust to do it all over again and again. Do you know what? No, you reply. I don't think it'll be their cup of tea. Or blood, whatever they drink.
Commander!
While many of us won't have taken qualifications in professional sports coaching, there will be few among us who haven't experienced and understood the various roles of the playground sports team. Be it football, basketball, hockey, or what's the time, Mr. Wolf, the same tribes always emerge. There's the sporty kids who mysteriously always end up on the same team, the disinterested kids who move the action away from them at the earliest opportunity, the maverick, sometimes in goal, sometimes up a tree, always brilliant. And then there's the worst of us, wearing shameless grins and whooping in classless delight. The goal hanger. And in a zombie apocalypse, there are goal hangers everywhere. Their specific skills and attributes are perfect for survival. So go ahead, take that special on. Use every resource at your disposal, with every spark of wit you can muster. Fight until you are limping, bleeding, empty-handed mess. The goal hanger's ready for the final shot. Ha! I got it! It's down! Yes! Yeah. Right. Well done.
You really are quite tiresome.
We've all heard that anecdote about how our teammate did this solo on Nightmare mode last night, haven't we? And they can't understand why they keep getting down tonight. And we ourselves have all had that one run where we were so close to acing it, only to suffer some imaginary AI conspiracy that kills us. The ones where the controller is at serious risk of an unlicensed flight out of the window. Yeah, it was definitely the AI that just didn't want us to win, so it chucked 2 butchers and a flamer at us. Definitely wasn't the fact that we've been playing for 7 straight hours. Still, we're adults and this is a new game. Just forget it. Cue the montage as we don the war paint, tie the bandana, cock at least 14 automatic weapons, sheathe a knife in the boot and the other boot, tie another bandana, hang a grenade onto our belt, wear a mean face. Step aside, team. This butcher's mine. Apocalypse. Terror. Guns. Blood. Teeth. Claws. Undead. Litter. Not exactly the most common descriptors of human passions, and certainly not an enticing Tinder profile. But somehow, every zombie apocalypse is always more than the sum of its parts. And you might have played this stretch of living corpse-strewn hinterland 100 times by now, 200. But you and your friends can still be heard laughing, planning and consoling, as if you weren't all individually huddled in your pajamas in front of a screen. How strange that it was the zombies who reminded us of the vitality of human connection. Behind, use your special on him. Yeah. Really makes you think. So that's it. The 7 features of every single zombie apocalypse. We're sure you have plenty more, and we'd love to see them in the comments. Just give us 5 to get that chamomile tea, and we'll get to reading them all. As always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. We'll know if you don't, and then it'll be awkward when we bump into you amidst the garbage and the body parts of the apocalypse, and you need reviving. Now, where was that medicine? Oh, only joking. We've got you. Oh, and remember to switch your energy supplier and sort out the MOT. Priorities.